Hello and welcome to Travel On. Today we are exploring some fun, fast facts about Lithuania. So, let's get into it. Lithuania has a surprising number of castles. There are more than 200 scattered across the country. Many of Lithuania's castles date back to the time of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, which existed from the 13th century to the 18th century. During this period, Lithuania was one of the largest and most powerful countries in Europe. Kaunas Castle, dating back to the 14th century, is one of the oldest surviving castles in Lithuania. What makes it extraordinary is its strategic location on the confluence of the Nemunas and Neris rivers, which made it an important stronghold in medieval times. The castle has been restored, preserving its combination of Gothic and Renaissance architectural styles. Trakai Castle is perhaps the most famous and visually stunning of Lithuania's castles. Situated on an island in Lake Galve, the castle was the residence of Lithuanian princes, and its picturesque setting surrounded by water makes it one of the most photographed landmarks in Lithuania. The Vilnius Castle complex is located in the capital of Lithuania, on a hill that offers panoramic views of the city. It was the original seat of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and its foundations date back to the 13th century. Kernave, located near Vilnius, is one of the most significant archaeological sites in Lithuania. It's an ancient hill fort that served as a fortification during the early stages of Lithuanian statehood. Lithuanians often take a dip in the icy Baltic Sea in the middle of winter. It may seem like a shocking activity to those unfamiliar with cold water swimming, but for Lithuanians, this cold water therapy has a range of benefits, including boosting circulation, increased immunity, reduced inflammation, and even mood boost. Lithuanians have a soft spot for pickles. It's not uncommon to see them served alongside almost any meal, especially beer. Pickled cabbage, cucumbers, or beets are often served as a side dish with traditional foods like cold borscht, potatoes, or meats. The tangy, salty brine of pickles provides a balance to richer, heavier foods. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Lithuania had a fleet of pirate ships that sailed the Baltic Sea, terrorizing the coasts and collecting treasure. These pirates were known as the Lithuanian Sea Wolves. They were a group of pirates from the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and while they are not as well known as some of the more famous pirate groups of the Caribbean, they still played an important role in the history of the Baltic Sea region. Lithuania has a bison reserve in the Dzūkija National Park, an area known for its beautiful natural landscapes, including forests, rivers, and lakes, and where you can see the European bison roaming freely. This reserve is part of Lithuania's efforts to preserve the European bison, a species that was once nearly extinct, but has been successfully reintroduced into the wild in several parts of Europe. A traditional Lithuanian home has an outdoor stove for cooking. These stoves are often built out of brick or stone and can burn wood or other natural fuels. You can drive across Lithuania in just a few hours. Though it is the largest of the 3 Baltic states, it is roughly the same size as Ireland or the U.S. state of West Virginia. Lithuanian beaches are some of the most pristine in Europe, with some spots completely untouched by tourists. The Lithuanian coastline is relatively short, only about 90 kilometers long, but it is home to some stunning beaches, particularly around Curonian Spit and the popular seaside resort town of Palanga. Lithuania's winters are long, dark, and snowy. The coldest months are typically January and February, when it's not uncommon for temperatures to drop below negative 20 degrees Celsius. That's minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. However, it's important to note that temperatures vary depending on where you are in the country. Coastal areas can be a bit milder compared to the inland regions. Remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really does help push our video out to a wider audience. The last pagan country in Europe. Lithuania was the last country in Europe to officially convert to Christianity. This happened in 1387, under the reign of Grand Duke Jogaila, who adopted Christianity to help strengthen political alliances with neighboring kingdoms. Before this, Lithuania practiced a form of paganism, honoring nature gods and spirits, which still influences some Lithuanian cultural practices and folklore today. Lithuania has its own traditional calendar, known as the Lithuanian folk calendar. It is unusual among Western countries in that the names of the months nor the names of the weekdays are derived from Greek or Norse mythology. Instead, this calendar is based on ancient traditions and follows the cycles of nature. For example, the name of the month of July is Liepa, which means linden tree, which happens to bloom in Lithuania during this month, filling the air with its pleasant scent. Lithuanians have a unique style of facial hair. Mustaches here are a point of pride. They even have a mustache festival. The town of Trakai, in particular, is known for its unique mustache festival where mustaches are celebrated in a light-hearted way. The festival is usually held on the first Saturday of July. The national dish is Cepelinai. These hearty dumplings are made from potatoes and are typically filled with a variety of ingredients such as meat, cheese, or mushrooms. The name Cepelinai comes from their shape, which resembles a Zeppelin airship due to their large oval form. Cepelinai are traditionally served with a hearty bacon sauce or sour cream on top. Lithuania is one of the oldest countries in Europe, dating back to the 13th century. Lithuanians love their bread. They even have a special type of sourdough bread called Rugine, which is pretty much considered a national treasure. Rugine duona is a dark rye bread, dense, slightly sour, and made using natural fermentation. Vilnius is one of the coolest cities to get lost in. Its streets are full of twists and turns, hidden courtyards, and unexpected beauty everywhere. Vilnius has one of the largest surviving medieval old towns in Europe. It's like stepping back in time. The Old Town is a mix of Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and neoclassical architecture. The Gate of Dawn in Vilnius is one of the most iconic landmarks in Lithuania. It's a 16th century city gate that houses a revered icon of the Virgin Mary that attracts pilgrims from around the world, as the image of the Virgin Mary is believed to have miraculous powers. The name of the Lithuanian language is Lietuvių kalba, which is one of the oldest and most conservative Indo-European languages still spoken today. That means it's older than even Latin. It is closely related to Latvian, though Lithuanian has preserved many archaic linguistic features, making it one of the most ancient and linguistically significant languages in Europe. It's one of the few countries in the world where the official language is a living, ancient language. Lithuania has a rather amusing nickname, the Land of Blue, and it's not because of any dramatic blue skies or oceans. It's because Lithuania is home to thousands of lakes. There are over 3,000 lakes in Lithuania. In spite of the nickname, some Lithuanian lakes, like Lake Skastis, reflect unusual colors due to minerals and algae, appearing blue, green, or even reddish at times. The Curonian Spit is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stretches along the coast, home to rolling sand dunes. It's a 56-kilometer-long sandbar that separates the Curonian Lagoon from the Baltic Sea. And although it's only about 4 to 7 kilometers wide in most places, it's one of the most significant examples of a sand dune ecosystem in the world. The Dancing Forest. One of the most fascinating natural sights on the Curonian Spit is the Dancing Forest. This mystical forest is known for its crooked trees, which appear to be dancing due to their twisted trunks. The phenomenon is believed to be the result of the soil conditions and strong winds in the region. Lithuania is the land of amber. Lithuania is famous for its amber, often referred to as Baltic gold. Amber has been collected along the coast for thousands of years and is often used in jewelry and ornaments. The Amber Museum in Palanga showcases this ancient natural resin, which is believed to have healing properties and has long been a part of Lithuania's cultural heritage. Lithuanians love their saunas, and they take their sauna etiquette very seriously. After spending time in the sauna, it's common practice to jump into a cold lake, roll in the snow, or have a cold drink. It's considered part of the sauna culture, and skipping these steps can be seen as an amateur mistake. Lithuanians are super proud of their basketball skills, with the country consistently ranking high in European championships. Basketball is basically their unofficial national sport. Lithuania was the first country to declare independence from the Soviet Union in 1990. Lithuania actually has 2 Independence Days. February 16th, the Day of Restoration of the State, which commemorates the restoration of the independent Lithuanian state in 1918, and March 11th, which celebrates Lithuania's declaration of independence again from the Soviet Union in 1990. Despite its small size, Lithuania has 2 Nobel Prize winners, including one for chemistry. The country loves its festivals. From classical music festivals to quirky beer festivals, you're bound to find one for every taste. In fact, Lithuania has more festivals per capita than most countries, spanning the arts, food, and even nature festivals. What about a festival for sleep? Yep, in conjunction with World Sleep Day, celebrated in March, the first ever sleep festival in Europe was held in Vilnius in 2024, with speakers, interactive events, and exhibits dedicated to better sleep. A popular pastime in Lithuania is kite flying, especially along the coastline. And guess what? There are even festivals for that too. There are more than 200 types of mushrooms in Lithuania's forests, making it a dream destination for mushroom enthusiasts. Lithuania is home to the Hill of Crosses, a pilgrimage site covered in thousands of crosses. It is believed that the site first became a place for crosses after a failed uprising against the Russian Empire in 1831. Local people, especially those who had lost loved ones during the rebellion, began placing crosses on the hill as an act of remembrance and prayer. Over time, the practice grew, and the Hill of Crosses became a place of pilgrimage. It is an extraordinary collection of crosses, crucifixes, and statues, with the total number of crosses estimated to be over 100,000. In Lithuania, they celebrate Midsummer, or Jonines, where people light bonfires and jump over them. Jonines is a traditional Lithuanian holiday celebrating the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, which typically occurs around June 24th. It is a vibrant celebration filled with pagan and Christian elements, honoring John the Baptist, whose feast day also falls on June 24th in the Christian calendar. In Lithuania, Jonines is also called Rasos and is celebrated with deep cultural and folkloric significance. Lithuanians are fanatics about their Lithuanian beer, and they even have quirky rituals when drinking it, including throwing the first sip into the air for good luck. It is often done in a group setting where friends or family gather to enjoy a beer together. The ritual is typically accompanied by a toast or a cheer of "I sveikata," meaning to health. Lithuania is one of the best places in Europe to experience hot air ballooning. While hot air ballooning is possible in Lithuania year-round if weather permits, the most active and favorable season for ballooning is typically from April to October. Around 33% of Lithuania is covered by forests, playing a significant role in the Lithuanian economy, contributing to timber production, tourism, and recreation. Some forests are so dense they feel like a fairy tale land where mythical creatures might be hiding. Lithuanians love their folk dances. Some of the more notable dances are the suktinis, piaukla, keparinė, and even the polka. While the polka is a dance with origins outside Lithuania, it has been widely adopted and is part of the Lithuanian folk dance culture. Lithuanians have a strong superstition about mirrors. They believe breaking one will bring 7 years of bad luck. This is a widespread belief in many cultures, not just in Lithuania, but apparently it holds special weight in Lithuanian folklore. Lithuanians have a love for their suris, or cheese. They eat it with almost everything, including their sweet pastries. But Lithuanian cheese consumption is often focused on traditional, locally produced cheeses, which have unique characteristics compared to the soft, creamy cheeses commonly found in Western Europe. There's a museum dedicated entirely to bad art in Vilnius. Known as the Museum of Bad Art, it is dedicated to celebrating art that is intentionally or unintentionally bad. Not to be outdone, in Cepelinai there's a Museum of Emptiness, a small, quirky museum that showcases empty rooms with very little inside. It's a common Lithuanian belief that everyone should have a tree of their own. They even plant one for every newborn baby to symbolize growth. The tallest hill in Lithuania is called Aukstojas Hill, and it's 294 meters above sea level, perfect for some good views. The popular Lithuanian dish šaltibarščiai is a cold beet soup. Often considered a symbol of summer in Lithuania, šaltibarščiai is typically served chilled, making it a perfect dish for hot summer days. Almost every public area offers free Wi-Fi. Lithuania celebrates a fun Day of Laughter, where everyone cracks jokes, tells funny stories, and lets loose. It's celebrated on April 1st, in line with April Fool's Day in other countries. But in Lithuania, the spirit of the day is about joy, laughter, and sometimes even participating in quirky and amusing activities. Lithuanian cuisine often includes rye bread paired with, well, almost anything. People in Lithuania love their local legends, which are often tales about mystical creatures, like the šaltibarščiai, a serpent-like mythical being with magical powers. And that's it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. It really does help out a small channel like ours to reach a larger audience. I hope to see you in the next video, but until then, stay safe and travel on.